Okay, guys, let's tap in. I was hearing blunt force earlier. I was also hearing carnivorous. Okay, it feels sketch. Maybe somebody, it's like their ego has been blunt, like sucker punched, or I mean, I hope nobody's getting their ass beat, y'all. But like, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I feel like something is. It feels like a sucker punch or something like that. So, but we'll see. All right, what numbers are significant for this message, please? 9. Okay, so life path 9. September could be significant. Somebody could be born on the 9th. One more. Ooh, 9/11, 911. Something could be like an emergency. Make sure to watch out, when you're crossing the street, or don't be on your phone while you're driving. Maybe somebody's having a health emergency, or, this could be a Twin Tower situation. Take it as it resonates. September 11th could be significant. Maybe somebody's going to have to call 911 because there's going to be an emergency. Be careful. September 2nd could be significant, as well as February 9th and November 9th. All right, let's get one on the big die, please. I've been seeing the number 3s a lot today. Okay, 3333. Okay, we got 1. So also 111 angel number could be significant as well. January 11th or November 1st. Okay, I'm getting 111 here. So maybe like a new beginning could be significant. What initials? First, middle, last? L. P. H. Somebody's name could be Phil. Something could feel like a hill. Something about liposuction. Or lips. One more. Yeah, lip. Philip. Maybe the show Shameless could be significant. Pill. Maybe somebody took a pill, or they should be careful, because I don't like that. Maybe somebody's name is Lillian or Lillian. Maybe somebody's ill. So be careful. Illinois could be significant. All right, let's see. What house is significant? What's up, Jen? What house? Okay, so 4, guys. House 4 is Cancer energy. You guys could be dealing with the Cancer. You could be Cancer. It could just be what this house represents, which is all about the emotional home, nurturing, especially the mother energy. Family roots, foundation, supporting you in your activities. Also, affairs at the end of life. Uh-oh. And with what we got prior, maybe blunt force could be significant, y'all. Maybe somebody got in an accident. God forbid. I'm knocking on wood, y'all. Okay, or you guys could be a Cancer. You could be dealing with the Cancer. This is also associated with the moon, which is all about how you express your purpose in everyday activities through your emotions, attitudes, habits, general moods, how you adapt to your environment. It's mother energy. All right, what house do we need more of? Sagittarius energy. House 9, which is all about intellectual framework for the expanded consciousness and the higher mind, distant travel, philosophy, religion, teaching, and higher education. Somebody here needs more expansion with their consciousness, with their research, with their studies. Maybe somebody could be thinking about taking a class. Doesn't have to be that. It could just be that maybe somebody's perspective is warped or skewed, because that is what came out in the subscribers read that I did just before this one. Somebody needs to expand their horizons as far as knowledge and understanding goes. Okay, or Cancer or Sagittarius could be significant signs for somebody. This is associated with Jupiter, house 9, which is all about our personal expansion process of your realm and horizons. Good fortune, good luck. This is the house of optimism, confidence, and pride. Maybe somebody needs more confidence, optimism, or pride. Put it where it fits, y'all. Let's get something on the astro dice. Okay, somebody's moon can be in Leo. Maybe somebody here, they're very prideful with their feelings. There could be a situation where There could be somebody that needs courage in order to express themselves emotionally or their attitude. We're getting a Scorpio that's in their south node, or somebody's south node could be in Scorpio. So the darker side of Scorpio is like the underworld energy, y'all. The darker side of Scorpio is like jealousy, suspicious energy, taboo, sensual perversions, you know, a unbalanced, over the top need for control and power. Okay, this could be you know, esoteric, dark side of things. Put it where it fits. We did get black magic for the energy check in the subscribers channel. I haven't posted that reading yet, but you're going to want to check it out if you resonate with this message. I feel like it's connected once again. Let me get one more. Ooh, we have a Gemini in their south node as well. So like a Gemini dark tendencies could be like gossip, you know, in a dark way. It could be nervousness, neuroticism, tension, changeable, like dual personality. It could be somebody that is more prone to addictive energy, whether that's Jerugs or addictive patterns, or somebody's south node could be in Gemini. Okay, so let's see. Let's move on to the next part. What is the overall spiritual energy for this message, Spirit? How do you find out your chart? You can go on Google. There's some sites that do it for free. Type in like free astro chart and see what comes up. All right. All you're going to need is your place of birth, the time of birth. Sadly, on my birth certificate, I don't have the time, but so I'll never know my rising sign, but I know everything else, so that's fine. All right, let's see. Overall, spiritual energy, Spirit, what's going on? Fountain of Wisdom. Yeah, that's that Jupiter energy that somebody needs more of. Yeah, you should. Oh, and that's another service I offer, Jen. If you want to go over your chart in detail, we can do that too, if you need help. But it's definitely something you should know, especially your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node, because you'll be able to get a deeper sense of self, and you know, your best life path direction, and also compatibility and stuff like this. And if you really want to go deep into that, you know, if you want to get into astrology on a deep level, you can line it up with the placements of the planets and all that stuff in the sky, okay, based on timing and where you're at in the world. What's up, Kev? So I'm getting here that somebody has a lot of wisdom spiritually, and it's causing war and strife in a dynamic. I don't know why that is. That's very unfortunate. I feel like the person with this wisdom, they're not doing anything wrong. They're purifying a situation. Maybe they're dealing with a bunch of atheists or non-believers, or people that are really attached to their lower vibrational tendencies. The 15th could be significant, or somebody could be 51. Somebody could be 56 or be born in 65. Somebody could be 34 or 43. Somebody could be 25 or 52. Life path 7 could be significant. I'm getting angel number 77. We got that on the subscribers read. I'm also getting 11, 2, and 6. It's like you've purified something with your expansion and knowledge is what I'm seeing. You've enhanced your spiritual wisdom. Maybe there's war and strife here because there's something that these people would rather you forget. Yeah, 911 came out at the beginning here. So I don't know. Let's get into this. The letters N is in Nancy, H, D, and F could be significant. I just heard the word thud. Be careful. Make sure nobody's falling or anything, or make sure everything's secure. If you do hear a weird sound, make sure you check on everyone that you love. I don't mean to scare you. If it scares you, you can opt out of this read. It's not meant to. It's probably not your message. Okay. Let's get some more messages here. I'm going to use a Fabian. Yeah. I'm going to use a part of my deck, y'all. I don't know what's in it. Okay, let's see. What other messages for the collective? Abandoned. It came out crossing. So it's like one person is abandoned or feels abandoned and the other, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, this has to do with politics. Angel number 222 could be significant. Suffering the consequences of actions by pushing or crossing boundaries. April could be significant. So this is bad politics because somebody was left out in the cold. And they're hiding the fact that somebody's a savant or a goat here. They're hiding the fact that somebody's a divine feminine. But they did something for politics. Bad politics. And now they're suffering the consequences of their actions. There's unknown forces involved here. Because somebody's altruistic. They could be a starseed energy. And they should not have been passed on. Wow. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Very interesting. Somebody abandoned like a goat. And unknown forces protect this energy. So something, maybe this is you, collective. Maybe you are a divine being and you didn't deserve some kind of treatment that you received. There's unknown forces at bay here protecting you. And also, I feel maybe that's the thud. Maybe that's the emergency. Maybe it's spiritual warfare. Maybe they tried this on you, but your ancestors got pissed. Okay. Let's see. What other messages? What is going on here? Fantasy. It came out crossing. So some kind of fantasy is broken or somebody's not getting their fantasy, their wish. Somebody's not stuck in a cloud or a fog here. Yeah, and now somebody doesn't know who they are. They're having identity issues. Bees in reverse. This could indicate a lack of nurturing or a lack of hard work. Somebody can't endure something anymore. Okay. You went through spiritual warfare, yeah. I think a lot of us that are here, that show up in this community has. I feel like this community was built in general, like the philosophy of spirituality and based on spiritual warfare to explain like what it's like and stuff. And for anybody that has gone through that, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy because it's terrible and it's sick and it's really traumatizing to the nervous system. So let's see. People that have souls should not have to go through spiritual warfare. It's, you know, but it is what it is, y'all. Somebody's name could be Emily. Somebody's name could be Angela. Or Carter could be significant. Somebody could be mixed race. Somebody could have brown eyes, brown hair. All right, let's see. The bees. Let me just make sure that I... Okay, so there's a lack of togetherness here. A lack of teamwork. And there's no treasure. So this is like giving me the energy of somebody was in a fantasy because they don't know who they are really. And that's why they didn't show up to work with you, because it's like if they don't know who they are and they don't know themselves, it's like your expectations aren't going to be met, you know. But I feel like somebody's being pushed into alignment, but I feel like they're either resisting it or they're afraid of it, or they did something really bad, and to adopt this new alignment would mean to have to contend with oneself about what they did here. That they don't like what they see in themselves, or they don't like who they've been. Which I feel like that should happen, because that's that ego death, or that realization that, you know, there's real world consequences to how you treat people, because that's your legacy. It's not about how much money you make. Nobody remembers how much money you make, y'all, unless you're like Bill Gates or something. People remember how you treat them and how they experience you and your energy. That's your legacy, how you treat people, what you do while you're here in this world. So unknown forces means there's somebody important and they did something not so cool to somebody that didn't deserve it, is what I'm getting here. Okay, so let's tap in. Holy Spirit, holy angels, archangels, ancestors, and the Most High. I'm calling on you to channel your ancient wisdom, your guiding light, your strength, your clarity, with intention towards our blessed North Node. Please help me bring forth the most important messages for my current collective. Clear, concise, and precise. I will interpret these messages from the heart, from the soul. Any negative energy interference, please return to the sender. I feel like somebody was coming for you, collective. Spiritually coming for you. I feel like they're defeated. I feel like whatever gossip train or whatever they said about you isn't sticking, just based on your consistency and who you are. And somebody's very apathetic or disconnected with this. They're not pleased. It could be a masculine energy. They could be displeased with your authority over your life. Your authority, you know, it just, you have some kind of authority that you command in your energy. And people actually respect and listen to it. You don't have to pretend, yeah, we're getting the Four of Cups, which is disconnected. Somebody feels very withdrawn, separated, or even resentment, or just like unmotivated, isolated from society because of somebody's peace and balance. Because somebody here has restored their faith after dealing with somebody faithless. They have these boundaries. They've communicated the truth, and somebody doesn't like it. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, something was a lie. Something's a threat to them. Here's this Emperor who has been evading reality, causing delays, going against you maybe, feeling stuck or stressed, identity in reverse. Something feels like a threat, but it's really just you bringing some clarity into their life maybe, because they've been living in a warped perspective, I feel like. Maybe something was a bad plan. Maybe somebody abused their power. Maybe somebody created obstacles for you. Maybe something was bad timing. Let's see. What's the obstacle or challenge? Oh, wow. What did I just say about this star and this altruism? That's the energy. Yep. That's that altruistic one here. A starseed breaks glass ceilings, y'all. They are very different. Nobody does it like the starseed, because they are meant, they're sent here. They're from this world, not of this world. This is somebody who is meant to come in and break glass ceilings and promote healing and togetherness. But it's a threat to somebody, this shine, this light that you hold. Deep down. What's up, soul family? Welcome to the channel, y'all. If you're new here, come hang out. Yeah, somebody underestimated you. Somebody's very superficial, and your light is true and genuine, and to them that's like a huge threat, and they're avoiding some kind of tower. This is an anonymous enemy or opposition towards your North Node path. The problem is that you're in your soul's path or your soul's journey, and you're shining your light. You're being seen for who you are. This person can't deal with that because they're so superficial. Why are they like this? Because they don't go within. There's stuff that they don't want people to look into about them. They're, what's up, Starseed? This is somebody that likes to force people into silence, and they don't have that jurisdiction or power over you. So that's why you're a threat to this person. That's why they want to chip away at you. You shouldn't be a threat, because you would make a great partner, lover, business partner. You're very self-sufficient. You take care of yourself. These are very good things, but to somebody that's insecure, somebody that needs to do shadow work, like the Six of Cups in reverse, they're going to project. They're not going to see it as, oh, it's me that's the problem. They're going to see it as you as the problem, but you're not the problem. You're actually a godsend, literally. You're here to heal. You're here. You care about people's well-being. You have good fortune tied to your path. You're very wisdom. You're very wise. You're very helpful. You're very protective in a very good way. You restore balance. Okay, that's what you do. This person likes their warped, unbalanced reality that they live. Okay, yeah, they're very reckless, and they don't want to be called out for that. They like doing impulsive shit and reckless shit. They like that, which that sounds like a personal issue because other people don't like that. What's the strength? Somebody thinks that the strength is one person in a relationship or a friendship always being above the other person. Two of Cups in reverse. They feel like they need to always be in some kind of hierarchy. There always needs to be, 22's coming out again. There always needs to be some kind of, like a seesaw. There needs to be one side that's a bit more up than the other. And that's a no. They think that that's a strength because they don't want to change. So if they have the upper hand, then they're not obligated to do better. That sounds like a narcissist to me. In the near future, things are being unveiled. The moon is coming out for everyone to see, y'all. It's being unveiled, something here, that something was a lie, or that somebody feels threatened by somebody's light. That's what's being seen in the near future. They're being seen as somebody that is a hater, top tier. We're getting the 5 of, but that their hate train didn't work. People are getting a new perspective on this person's behavior. Advice? Yeah. Somebody here is meant to be seen and shine, and they might even have the confidence to become, they're like born to shine. They know how to handle their energy in a very good, inspirational, bright way here. Somebody is charismatic in the best way. They're daring in the best way. They're confident in a true, genuine way. And you've got somebody here thinking a lot about this. A distorted King of Cups in reverse. You guys could be dealing with a distorted water sign masculine who's very manipulative in the environment. They're caught. They're being seen as opposition to somebody here that is so just celestial, really. Yeah, this person came for you. You've been disillusioned about this. You know that. You know that you're having a realistic attitude towards the situation now. That your own, if this is your own person, I'm so sorry. This is somebody who breadcrumbed you and didn't give you what you deserved, or they didn't want you to be recognized how you should have been recognized. Since you've liberated yourself from this, you know that this person is very hard to deal with. You know that they have unrealistic goals and dreams, and that they are very self-indulgent and superficial. You know that they're hollow and abusive. You know. They're caught for some kind of sneaky deception in the environment currently. I'm getting distorted Virgo and Pisces energy here. I'm getting high vibrational and heavy on that distorted Pisces. This is somebody who thrives in obscurity and sneakiness, covert energy. I'm getting distorted Aries energy as well. I'm getting high vibrational Aquarius. This person's irrational. They could be hysterical because they're caught in something. And because you're giving this great advice and helping people. And it's like you outed them for who they really are. Wow, what a read, yo. You could have, maybe you have the same lover with this person, or this could be your lover, or ex-lover, or it could be because somebody loves you, and they're going to put down this burden of this reckless energy, this impulsive, risky energy, because it's like a stalemate, and there's nowhere to go from here. What's the possible outcome? Somebody liberating themselves and escaping from this confusing relationship. Somebody's seeing why now they wouldn't compromise or negotiate or move forward with the Queen of Pentacles. This is somebody that's highly thought of. When this is like somebody's counterpart. Somebody's seeing this now. They're also seeing that somebody's healing here, even though they're not there to work with them. So this is making somebody want to rush in. This could have been a player energy, y'all. This could be somebody that struggles with their identity, ever especially since they met you. They could have turned their back to you because of your wisdom, because of your boundaries, because of your rational energy, the way that you can see things. You don't miss a thing. You're very sharp. And somebody here is going to, in the outcome, eliminate some kind of obstacles. They're also going to be disillusioned. I feel like even though somebody has been emotionally blocked towards you, I think that you don't even know like the impact and the level of in a good way. Whether it feels that way or not to this person yet, I don't know. But the amount of impact that you have on people, it's like you're like walking karma or a walking mirror. And a lot of people can't handle that, y'all. A lot of people cannot handle seeing themselves or being told about themselves. But I feel like you're doing it in such a graceful way. It's like, it's so inspirational. You could be a creative, some of you, or just the way that you use your energy is creative. You could be a visionary, a true leader. Maybe the center of attention right now. And, you know, not everybody's going to like that. They could be jealous of the attention you receive or the influence you have. Okay, we're getting Pisces. We're getting Moon in Aquarius, Jupiter in Gemini, Saturn in Sagittarius, Aries energy, Jupiter in Capricorn, Venus in Cancer, fire sign feminine or Pisces, Scorpio sun, Virgo sun, Pisces again, and Aquarius sun again. Okay.